everyone. My name is Malachi. Today I'm going to be doing a training or a presentation video on communicating effectively with elderly workers. It's going to be surrounded, or this is going to be based off cultural awareness and workplace communication training. According to Pew Research Center, by 2030, 1 in 5 in Americans will be age 65 or older. And because of this, we're gonna now have 4 to 5 generations working together. Because of this, we need to learn how to effectively communicate with all age groups. That way, we can work in a nice common collective workspace. Older adults are staying in the workforce longer as well. The purpose of this training focuses on what elderly workers are like, but how we should adjust and communicate with them. We want to learn the background and values of these workers, review key data, understand stereotypes, and learn how to communicate and motivate effectively. According to the USA Facts team, retirement was once expected at 65, but has now been pushed up to 75. A little bit of their background is they're raised with the expectation of long-term employment. Elderly is usually refers to 65 and older. They grew up shortly after the Great Depression and World War II, so these great world events shaped the way they work and were raised. They've been there from the start, so they've been able to work with zero technology and advanced technology, so they've witnessed rapid technology changes, and they've also been able to witness shifts in family structure and gender role shifts. Some of the key data is about 19% of Americans ages 65 and up still work. Nearly 20% of Texans over 65 are employed. Over 38% work part-time, and ages 75 and up are one of the fastest growing worker groups. Some core values is that elderly people have strong work ethic, loyalty, pride and experience, dependability, and desire for purpose and preference for structure. Some stereotypes that are usually made are elderly tend to be more experienced, reliable, great mentors, or just mentors in general, and patient as well. Resistance to change. Negative stereotypes is resistance to change, poor technology, and less productive and can be led. These negative assumptions can lead to ageism and misunderstanding, so it's important not to judge and to get to know the person you're working with and learn how to communicate effectively with them. Now that we understand who elderly workers are, we can now focus on how to apply that in the communication workplace. From understanding to action, clarity is key. It helps to organize the association, use professional language, and avoid excessive slang. Speaking at a steady space also helps. More importantly, never assume inability based on age. Some basics in communication: be clear and organized. Use professional language, avoid slang. I just repeated that. Working with the elderly. When you supervise someone older, when your supervisor is older than you, it's always important to acknowledge their experience and ask for their input, because it's surprising how much someone wants to teach you and pass on knowledge. Ask for advice and input. Be prepared and be respectful. Avoid talking down in any type of condescending way. When you supervise someone older than you or elderly workers, use one-on-one conversations. Explain the reason behind changes. Allow time for questions and encourage them to take on a mentoring role to help the company. For coworker to coworker with someone with an elderly person, they prefer face-to-face when possible. Be consistent and reliable. clarify roles, build trust through following through on your actions. For verbal and nonverbal, effective verbal includes clear and complete sentences, polite and professional tone, avoid excessive slang, maintain eye contact, speak clearly and not too fast. On to interpersonal strategies. Offering help with technology rather than assume inability is very important. You need to show patience and empathy, respect for their experience, give feedback kindly, offer help respectfully, and encourage them again to take on a mentoring role. When working in teams with the elderly, they prefer clear roles. Everyone has an assigned role. They value structure and routines. They're able to help stabilize teams and manage conflict calmly, and they like when the responsibility is shared through a team. Many elderly people are motivated by purpose, and they want to feel like their work matters. So they appreciate formal recognition, the respect for seniority, motivated, value things like professional appearance. Some extra info is elderly workers often report higher job satisfaction, act as informal leaders, and they like to pass down their knowledge and wisdom down the work culture. Some key takeaways is that elderly workers are a growing workforce group. They bring experience and reliability. Communication should be respectful and structured. Motivation comes from purpose and infusion. And some final takeaways and thoughts are effective communication is about adapting how we speak. Inclusion builds stronger workplaces, and respect leads to success for everyone. Thank you very much.